guys, hi friends. Welcome to Shiko Hope TV USA. My name is Shiko Hope, and this is where we tell you inawezekana, never give up, never lose hope, keep hope alive. And if this is your first time here, welcome to this channel and make this your home because this is where you belong. And if this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is your home, and we are a family today, guys. As you can see from the title, I'm here and I'm not by myself. We have a guest in the house, and she's here to share her experience with us, to enlighten us. And I know her story will inspire us, and we are going to learn something from her story. And, guys, let me introduce our guest in the studio, and here she comes. Hello, hello.
Hi, Shiko.
How are you, Shiro?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Thank you so much for coming to Shiko Hope TV.
It's my pleasure, Shiko.
We're so glad to have you today.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I know you have something for us.
Sure.
Now, let us know you more. Who are you?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shiko. I'm so much humble. Thank you for hosting me here. I thank God for you. You are really an inspiring person.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
your I love your channel so much. So my name is Shiro Paul, and I'm so much humbled to be here with you guys. Shiko is my friend as we talk. Actually, we come from the same place. So that friendship is not just a little friendship, it's a big one. So I'm a mother of three, two boys and one girl, and I'm married to a black man, a Kenyan. So not a Mzungu. So, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Wow, Shiro, you're so funny. You had to you had to insist that you married to a Kenyan.
Yes, they might think I am married to Mzungu here.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction.
Mhm.
Now, let us know about how did you come to America? Did you come through a visit visa? Did you come through a student visa, a fiancé visa? Tell us more about that.
Okay, thank you, Shiko.
Mhm.
My story is a very funny one, but I love it so much because it was God chosen time. I came here through green card,
Mhm.
and it was my first time, so I just did it once and I won. So I also say, like Shiko, green card is real. So that's why I'm here. I arrived here through green card.
Wow, wow, wow. Now, when was that? 10 years ago, 20 years ago?
So now I am 1 year old American. I came
Welcome to
here. Yes,
America.
yes. I am 1 year old and some few months. I came
Mhm.
here last year and March 2022. That is when I arrived here. I stepped my foot the first time in America. So it was on March. Actually, uh, it was like I say, it's a miracle. It was a miracle because we arrived here on a Sunday, and we came through a direct flight from Kenya to here, because that is when the COVID was burning everywhere. So we came here through direct flight, and then when we arrived here on Sunday evening, that's when we arrived here. And then on Tuesday, and this is why I always say it was a miracle, we arrived here on Sunday evening, and then on Tuesday all flights were cancelled.
Mm.
All flights, even the one we came with, never went back to Kenya that time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a miracle. We thank God.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me take you back. Let me take you back to Kenya.
Yes, take me back, Shiko.
Yes, please. Can you go back to Kenya for a
Yes.
little bit?
With you,
Now,
yes.
yeah, can you take us through the process of application? How did you do it? Did you include your family during application, or did you apply as single?
Mhm.
Take us
Now,
through the process.
okay, this is how we did it. All I did it because I myself did the application. So I went to cyber uh, on a Saturday. It was on a Saturday. I remember it very well. It was on a Saturday. So we went with my kids and it was in afternoon. We went to cyber and I had my documents with me. But of course, by then we were not using the passports. So it was just the ID and your other documents. So I went to cyber with my kids, and then my husband was working in town. So we went there, we just told the cyber guy, we want to apply for the green card. And they told us, yes, we are doing it. So I started, and by then I saw I saw the adverts somewhere that last year they had a lot of people who had applied and they won. So I said, I'll try this one also. I said, I'll try this one because they might be lucky. And
Mhm.
so that's what I did. So we applied and we filled the forms. Now the DV forms. By then, and we were taking the photos. Actually, the photos are the most hectic things because it must be the photo that they want. So
Yeah.
sometimes they say no, the photo it's refusing to upload, so we're gonna take it another time and try another time. Even for the kids, we did all that. But I thank God because the cyber people, they were so good. So they never did it just for the sake of doing it. They were doing it with a lot of heart. Then they were doing it from with compassion that they
Mhm.
just want you to win. So by then I called my husband. It was not far from where he was, and he joined us. So we did the process all together. So I applied, married, and with kids, all of.
Mhm.
So we did all of us together.
Wow. Now you applied and you went back home. Life continued as usual, or were you? Your mind was remembering that I applied for green card, so I will not buy a new sufuria because I'm going to America. I might go to America. Or what was going on in your mind between the application and when the results were out?
Let me tell you, Shiko, have you ever done something that is you're just doing it for the sake of doing it?
Mhm.
One thing, my bishop is my dad too. He kept on pushing me. Can you try green card, Shiro? It seems like you can win. I
Mhm.
said, "Oh, green card? I've never. Okay, I've had somebody who won, but I was not sure whether it was real.
Eh,
So I said, I just, and by that time, so I said I will apply so that I can do it for him. Actually, it was like I was applying for him, but with my family. So after all that, I went back, life normal. Children went back to school. My job, I was going as usual. Actually, I never even told my boss that I have applied for a green card. You
mm,
are not sure. So I was not so excited that I can win. By the way, it was not even in my mind that I can win.
mm,
It was not. So I just went on with life. So after that, now, we wait. And then up to next year now, May. Now come May, because there is nothing else you do after applying.
yes.
You just wait for the process now, for the results to come out. So on May, all that time I was not remembering that I did green card. So
Mm,
now comes May, and I remember, oh, it was on April. Now I started saying, oh, May. green card results will be out. And that is the time I started thinking about my green card. I did green card. So I was waiting. On May, I started checking, and still I was asking from my cyber people because they were my friends and I had their contact. So I could call them when I'm in the office and ask them, hey, hi guys, are they out? They tell me no. And then I had my phone with me and I could trace, I could check through my phone. So I kept on waiting, checking and waiting, checking and waiting. Let me tell you, one day, it was on 8th. 8th. I did not check on 8th and 9th. I checked on 10th. So I checked and it was like, oh my God, this thing is opening, but it is not going through. And I confirmed from them. They told me now they have opened, but they are not going through. So I said I will keep on trying. I don't know. There is something that obviously that something tells you like there is something good coming. There is something good coming. So I could feel myself that is, oh my heart is very fast, it's running. And I could think, what is this that I'm waiting? Actually that day I was nervous almost the whole day. Now at around 3 p.m. it opened. Let me tell you, I was walking with my confirmation number in my wallet, like my money. Like it was like my money somewhere. So I kept it somewhere. Very safe. I just put in everything. Confirmation number, I know that. Now the letter came. Dear, you have been randomly selected. And I was like, I threw my phone and I started jumping in the office. I really jumped. She called, let me tell you. And then after jumping, I started crying now. I really cried. I called my husband and I was still crying when and now he thinks something wrong happened. I told him, you know what? I have been selected. And he was, no, stop joking. You really joke and you like making fun. And so I'm telling you the truth. I had to screenshot and send it to him because he could not also believe that we have been selected. And then for him, from the day that we applied, he never thought of it.
So and it was a surprise.
Yes, it was a surprise. Now it was like, oh my God, this is not me being selected. Oh my God. I was so happy and emotional at the same time. Because I could also think, oh my God, how now? Where do I start? But I was so happy, Shiko, and that's how I got up to where now I got my information that I have been selected. It was just it was like a very short time. And I was so happy. I was really happy then. So then I just called my dad and I told him I have been selected. He also asked the same question, how now? And he told me, no, I told you. And I told him, I didn't think that it would be like this. Seriously, Shiko, he could not believe it. So now what he told me, as I said, he's a bishop. He just told me, let us pray. Wow. We prayed through the phone again. We cried through the phone and it was like, oh my God, now I felt I've been relieved. Now the thing that was in my heart, because my heart was still beating.
I know.
It was like, oh my God. Now like, it was not like you did not expect that for real. It was very hard for me to accept, and at the same time, it was.
I felt. Can you tell us? After accepting, now you have been selected.
Yes.
America, I'm coming there. Wait for me. But it is not a walk in the park, right?
Yes.
Take us through the process. About the documents that are needed. Which ones did you have? Which one didn't you have? Take us through that process of documents.
Okay, now, the most challenging was we never had our passport. As I said, we applied with other documents, but no we had no passports. So, and all through, because I was still saying, "Ah, I cannot be selected." So I never bothered even to apply for the passports. So when we were selected, now that's when we started thinking about the passports, because the DS-260, you cannot do it without the passport. So there is no way you can process that document without the passport. So we started again now with the passport, and we really had a very tough time, Shiko, because now everybody is looking for the passport. It's not me alone there and my family. So applying is very easy, because you'll go to the cyber and you apply for the passport. You apply, and then you send, you'll just you just send them online your application, but of course you'll have to print them. Then you send them, you wait for them to give you the appointment. Now to drop, you drop the you have to drop the the forms now after applying. So we went there. So it was, I think it was on a Tuesday. So we went there, me and my family, now 5 people, for the passport. And it's usually very complicated thing when you go there. But the good thing was we had children. So when you go there with kids, and now the old, you just be told to pass and go. You don't queue there with other people there. So we just went direct to the process. So it was not easy at all. So we started very well, but when it came to the where we were giving the we were submitting the birth certificates, let me tell you, it's very sometimes challenges are very good, and sometimes, but you help someone out there. So my kids, we had all their birth certificates were all laminated. So we were told, now this one cannot be stamped, but you go outside there, you'll see somebody who usually do the cutting and all that, and you pay some money for him to open just a small part for the stamp. Now that was one thing. Then after that, it was still another issue there. There was one of my kids' birth certificate. They said it was altered with, but it was not us. It was just altered from the hospital. But you could not see it. But because that is their work, and they check, you see, you know how we used to check money, whether the money is original. It's the same. They have to check that birth certificate is original. So if they see something that is not clear, they won't help you. They'll just tell you to go and come with another letter to show that it is original. So what we did, let me tell you, and it's now afternoon, the kids are hungry and all that. My husband took a border from immigration office, now the Nyayo House, you know it, now to where to birth certificates office, now to go and get another letter from them, or a note to say that birth certificate is original and it has not been altered with. So he went there. When he went there, they were all going for lunch. He had to wait because we don't want to make another day. Imagine.
Yeah.
And you know what? From where the immigration offices are, now the Nyayo House, where we get our passport from, and the birth certificates offices, it just, you can walk. But because you want to hurry up the process and all that, he had to use a border and pay a lot of money. Like, oh my God, why this? But you are in need, you have no option. So he went there, and then, of course, they want to help you, but they want to help you like you have to pay. And that's what we do. Yeah, imagine. And it's the birth certificate is original, and they know it's original, but they just want us to do something else, and we have to. So, okay, he took 2 hours. And then he came back with a note. Then we started again. Now the pictures, they are these photos they take at the Nyayo House for the passport now. So we started the process all over again. And it went on well. We finished the same day. Everything now with the uh, passports and everything was done at the same time. It was done. So we went home. So they usually tell you you wait for how many weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. But
Mm,
let me tell you, my people, it's never 2 weeks.
mm.
It has never been 2 weeks because I worked there until I realized that now I must ask for my pay because now I've been working here every day like I'm just an employee here. I could go every morning, every afternoon. If today I'll go in the morning, tomorrow I'll go in the afternoon, and nothing at all could be done. So one day I just said, "Oh my God, let me just tell them what I'm doing." So,
Mm,
you want to be honest. So I
yeah.
told them I want to submit my documents for the green card. Let me tell
Mm,
you, I wish I never said that.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
I wish I never said that because from there, everything went wrong.
Slow.
Everything went wrong. The following week, I went there. My passport was not ready. Now it was my husband. And who is the applicant? I am the one. So it's
Mhm.
better mine.
Yes.
But it's still, the DS260, you cannot do with one document. You have
For
to wait for
everybody.
all, yes, because the DS260 is for everybody. Whether the
Mm,
kid or the mother or the father, they are all the same. You have to
mm,
submit everything for every person.
mm,
So I had to walk there in and out each and every day to get them. So
mm,
one day, and this is why, Shiko, we have to tell our people here that
mm.
they must start, if they don't have the passport, let them start early
Yeah.
because it will be late for them and they will get disappointed because
Mm,
it's obvious because
mm,
you're the only person who need the passport. There are
yeah.
other people who want the passport for their
Mm,
own way and all
mm,
that.
mm,
So I got my husband passport and then we got one of my kids passport, so three were remaining.
mm,
And somehow I started going here there like every day. One day God sent somebody, a lady, and we just met on the stairs and she asked me, "Madam, can I help you?" And I told her yes. So we went to her office and she asked me what is the problem because she has been seeing there every day. Actually, I had never seen her, but she said she has been seeing me there every day. I told her about my case and all that, and she opted to help me. So when she went back to the computer, she told me there are no forms. The forms for the three remaining passport, one for my daughter could be seen, but two were not seen. The forms were not submitted, and it was like crazy now. She
mm,
cried that day. I cried. I
mm,
better tell them the truth. I cried because we did that 3 months ago and now this is the third month and you are told they were never submitted. But
mm,
the lady was so good. Now she did the forms that we usually get for the waiting forms. You get them. So I went, she stamped them and she told me to go to another office. So when I went to that office, they helped me and they gave me everything that she wanted. And then I took it back to her. Then the process is not over. Now she told me, there are different rooms there. So
mm,
she showed me where to take them, to drop them. And then
mm.
she told me to go home. The following week, I was there. I never got my passport again. They were not ready.
What?
And I had to wait. Yeah, they were not ready. You can get disappointed on the
Mm,
way.
mm,
So the following week, still, I went there.
mm,
I had to wait. I went in the morning. I stood there like the whole day. I went to the manager now with the same lady. I went now to her office and I told her they are still not ready. And she took me to the manager again. And now that's where I saw the light.
mm,
Where we say there is light at the end of the tunnel.
mhm, mhm,
I saw the light. So I was now I was told to go on a Friday. That time I got the passport. And
Mm.
that's how I had, it was a very tough journey to get my passport. Then now I started my DS 260.
Now, let me cut you short.
Yes.
How long did your passport take?
It took 3 months and I think a week. 3 months, because we started after receiving the information that we have been selected, and
Mm.
we got our passport at the end of August.
Wow, wow, wow.
That's long.
So for the people who are applying this time, passports are required when you're applying.
Yes. Now, when you
But
are applying for the green card, you
yes,
must have a passport.
but if you have dependents, you need the passports too to fill in the DS260 form.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So the same thing can happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have to listen this. They have to start looking for the passport as early as now.
Yes. As early as right now, they have
Mhm.
to start applying for the passports, because they'll get disappointed. I tell them the truth. They'll get disappointed. Yes.
Now take us through the filling of DS260 and submitting of the documents.
Okay, now by then, when I was filling the form, the DS260, now of course I had already talked with my host, now the person who was hosting us,
Mhm.
and they were very ready to help us, because those forms are like very big book.
Mm,
Like, if I'm not wrong, it has 110 pages,
mm,
and you are doing for each and every person. If you have five, so you'll do 5 DS260 with the
mm,
same pages.
mm,
So we did it like a whole week,
mm.
because you're not you there is a you do the form and you save it. You do the
Yeah.
other one, you save it. Then you start submitting them all together. So my host was like, he really helped us. We did the forms together. We could go, because some of the question I could not even guess. I could not even know what they are asking, because they don't ask like direct question. Because
Mm,
like, no, they will never, there is nowhere they will ask you about the host. They will not ask you who is your host here. No, they told us to write the address that we are going in America.
yes. And
So
who
they
is
told,
and who
Mhm.
lives in that address?
Exactly, because they know, if you give them the address, she go here, address is everything.
Yes.
Even if I want to come to your place, you just give me the address. I'll
Yes.
come. So
Mm,
they ask about the address. So there is nowhere they will tell you who is your host. So whoever lives in that address, they know
it's
it's your host.
true.
Yes, it's the host. So our host really helped us when we did all the forms, and we could actually we had you have to sacrifice yourself,
Mm,
because when your host is free, maybe it's your time to sleep. So
mm,
you have to sit and wait at 12 midnight so that you can work together, because there
yes.
is no other way. So
Mm,
he helped us to do the DS260, and we did all the forms at the same time. But when submitting the DS260, you don't submit together with the documents.
mm,
So you will first of all do the DS260 only and submit it.
fine.
Now, when they get that your DS260, they will reply to you. They tell you, we received your DS260. Now, that is when they ask you to submit the documents that you included. Because in that form, there are parts where you need to put the details in that document they are asking about. So if it's school certificates, you put them. If it's if it's the passport, you put the details, but you don't submit the
Mm,
passport. So you submit DS260 only. So there is another day to submit now the document. Now, when submitting the document, you don't submit the photocopy. They ask you to submit the original because you are scanning. You are scanning your document, and the good thing, Shiko, and let's tell our people the truth. Go to cyber because they will do a clean job for you. Don't just say that you want to save and use your phone, because your phone will cut some parts. But when you go to cyber, they'll scan your full document, because their scanner is not like our phone here. So they will scan your documents in a good way, and they will submit it, because when the DV people ask you for the documents, they will send you an email. So they will send you an email with the link, of the link that you are going to use. So when you open that link, it will tell you where to attach this, where to attach your passport, where to attach this, and all that. So you'll do a clean job. So you'll attach and make sure the page you are scanning, it's full page. You can see everything, even the page down there, the page that is written down there, you can see it and you can read it. So clean job or clean document is another thing. So they want something clean.
Okay, let me cut you. Let
Yes.
me ask you this question. So when you submit the DS260 form, they will respond with an email, right?
Yes.
They tell you, we received your DS260.
Mm-hmm.
Can you now submit this document?
Exactly.
Do they have the list of the documents there? They have listed them?
Yes, they always tell you, can you submit this document? They will start with your biograph page, for the passport. They call them criminal and police record, education, so marriage certificate. They will write them for you, so you won't think, which document do I need? No. So they will write them for you. The criminal, even if you have ever worked with the military, you attach those documents. It's a list. They'll give you a list of document. So you submit something they have asked you. But there is another additional page that they tell you, when going for the interview, we have jumped there. When you are going for the interview, they will tell you, if you have any other document that you never submitted, you can come with it. You go with it for the interview. It's okay.
So let's say, for example, my names were reading differently from passport and high school document.
Yes, that one happened to me.
Okay. Now, will I submit it online, or will I take it with me to the interview?
You will go with it to the interview. This is what I did, because I was in the same. I'm in that category. I have two English names. So, and I always use them differently. So today I'm using one, the other one I'll omit. So
let's say, for example, you are called Rosemary.
Yes.
So you use Rose?
Mostly Rosemary is one name for our people. But mine was Joyce Caroline.
Okay.
Joyce and Caroline.
Okay.
These are two English names, and they never appeared to all my documents apart from one, baptismal card. So my baptismal card, I carried it with me, because it was one evidence that I have another Christian name. They call it Christian name. So I had it with me, and then I went to La Roya, and I was given an affidavit. An affidavit was to show that both names are mine, and they are used differently.
Mm.
Now, it was very tricky, but I thank God because I was very genuine, because there is a place where they ask you, do you use any other name?
Mm. Mm.
If you use, say yes, and
Mm.
you write the name. So when they got my DS-260, it had my other name. So
Mm.
when I got all my document, even when I arrived here, they were reading Alias,
Mhm.
my two name there, and then Alias
Mhm.
Caro,
Mhm.
because I always use Caro as Alias.
Eh.
So tell them the truth. If you have another name, say, and
Mm.
make sure you have a supporting document.
Mhm.
Affidavit is the best.
Yes.
Affidavit is the best. So I had my affidavit, and
Mm.
it was very, very, very new. I had the one I got when I think on 2000 there, and then I went for a new one.
Mm.
So because I did not want to
To
complicate things,
complicate.
yeah,
Sure.
I
Sure.
want to be very clean and very clear so that
Yeah.
they don't start. And mine was like, my marriage certificate had the alias name instead
Mm.
of the name that is in the passport. You see,
Mm.
it was risky because they could have, and then all my birth certificate, but my kids' birth certificate were having the alias name.
Mm.
That was another benefit. So the
Mm.
marriage certificate is with the Caro, and
Mm.
has the same Caro. But now my husband marries Caro, but then the passport is reading Joyce.
Choice.
So I had to make sure I am very safe. So that's when I went for an affidavit.
Wow. Now
Yes.
you have now indicated DS 260,
Hmm.
submitted it. Now they have sent a link.
Yes.
Submit this
Hmm.
document for
Yes.
everybody.
For everybody. Yes.
So
I did.
after now you submit the documents, what next?
Now, when you submit the document, you wait for them. Now, the next thing is to wait for them to tell you when is your interview. The interview comes before the medical.
The medical comes before interview.
Chico, I'm saying they'll tell you about the interview before they tell you about the medical.
Oh
Let me
yes.
let me explain.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they tell you your interview is on this date. Now, my interview was on November. So they tell you, contact these people and tell them about your interview so that they can arrange for your medical. You get
Mm.
me?
Yes.
So,
Yes. You can't book for medicals without having an appointment for the interview.
exactly. Yes.
Underline that. Mhm.
Yes. You cannot get you go for the medical before you get your
Inter-
interview date.
yeah.
Because you see now, the information they are giving you, they are also giving it to the medical people. We
Yes.
have this interview, and on this day. So when they are telling you to contact them, they already have the information. But
Sure.
because you have to do it yourself and write to them, so that's why they tell you, contact these people and let us tell them, Shiko, it's not just anywhere you go for the medical. They
Mhm.
give you the hospital or the clinic, you will go for the medical.
Mm.
So now when we submitted everything, we got we had submitted all the documents now, and now we got the message that our interview is on November. So I wrote to these guys for the medical,
I
and yes, exactly. I always don't keep the names. So I wrote to them an email and they responded the same day. These people are
Mhm.
very good. They are very
Yeah.
good. You deal with people with a lot of integrity. So they
Mhm.
don't even wait for you to. tomorrow they respond. No, they respond immediately. They, even if it's an auto reply, you'll get an auto reply telling you we have received your email and we are working on it. So because they have to work on it and see the day that it will not it will correspond with your interview. So they gave us the date now. So our medical was on October. It was on October 18. So that is
how many weeks to the interview?
2 weeks to interview. It was 2 weeks to interview, and still they tell you when you go for the medical, they will tell you we'll send you a message in case of anything. So you keep like, oh my God, you cross fingers. You cross fingers because you know you don't know yourself. You know, most of our people, we don't go for checkups.
Yes.
So you don't know, and they usually do the X-ray, they take the blood test and all that, and then you know the interview they do, and not the interview they call for a meeting somewhere to tell you about if you are going to America, if you have this problem, you won't be given a visa. So you say, oh my God. They tell you if you have a chest problem, you have, oh my God, they tell you a lot. So you just say, let me cross fingers and then wait.
Now, Shiro, can you tell us, is the medical free?
No, the medical is not free. So, and interview and medical is the most expensive. And this is why it is expensive. They have the medical fee. There is no medical for the kid or medical for the parent. They are just the same. The only difference that will be there, it's maybe the injection. Yeah, the shot might be different because of the age and all that. And then another thing, let us remind them, they must have the clinic record. For the adults, they rarely ask because they know we don't keep
records.
Yes, but for the kids, make sure you have them and carry them with you. Actually, they will write you an email before you go for the medical for the things they need, for the documents they need with you, for you to go with during that day. So you will carry them with you. So you go there. Medical is not free. You can pay before. Or you can pay during the medical. When you are going for the medical, you can pay there. And that one, I'll tell my people, because of the scam and all that everywhere, it's good to pay during that day because they have a room for that. And they have everything. You can pay through the bank. They have everything. So even if the money is in the bank, you don't need to withdraw it and carry the money with you because it's a lot of money. For us, we spent 190 for 5 people. And that is 90,000.
You know, you might think it is 190 bob.
No. It was that expensive, but worth it. Yes, it's worth. So we paid that day. Okay, they usually, you cannot pay all that money at the same time. You pay in 3 installment, but at the same day, of course. It's like you cannot withdraw all that money at the same time. That is how it is. So for our people, let them stick on paying at the same day and paying in their office because those people will help them. They will be helped and they will be very safe. Their money will be very safe. It will not land to another person. So medical, not free.
Now, we are done with medicals.
Yes.
We are good. We are waiting to go for the interviews.
Sure.
Take us through the interview process.
No, that is the very good thing and the very first part. You know, when you are going there, you have hopes. Now, I'm done with the medical, so even them. But it's the best. But the most disappointing, because you
Yeah.
see how much money we have spent with medical. Comes for the interview, then you are told you won't get a visa. All we still need more document, because they
Yes.
can look for more document for you to support. Now this is where you carry everything that you have that talks about you.
Condemn.
Yes, because
Even title
let,
deeds, if you have any.
let me tell you, Shiko, I had a bag with documents. One thing, you have to carry your original documents with you that day and photocopy of the same.
Mm.
All your documents and photocopy of the same. That day is when you'll still submit your the what do we call it, the criminal record, that thing,
Good
the
certificate of good conduct.
good conduct. Yes, that is when you'll submit it, because you have never submitted it somewhere, so you'll give it that day. You have your marriage certificate for the married people. You have your birth certificates even for the children. You have the main applicant, you'll have to carry your school documents. You are if you are form 4, you have to carry your form 4 certificates and the KCSE results and all that. The two of them, you have to go with them. So if you have any other documents, carry it with you. It will cost you nothing. Just
Yeah.
carry it with you and go with it. For any, if they have any doubt, you can give. Like me, I've told you, I had my baptismal card with me.
Mm.
And let me tell you, before they even ask for anything else, they asked me about my name.
Mm.
And she came with the document that I submitted, not the one that I have, that I submitted. Here we have two people, Joyce and Carol.
Arrow. Mhm.
You have anything else to show us this is the same person? I
Mm.
gave my baptismal card and
Mhm.
I gave the affidavit.
Mm.
I've never told, there is nowhere I've submitted my affidavit.
Affidavit.
So
Yeah.
it was still with me,
Mm.
and it was the original one. You don't go with the photocopy. No, that one you can, when you go to the lawyer, they are so good, because you are paying, they can give you two copies, two
Yeah.
original, two
Yeah.
stamped to one. So me, I had asked for two. I was also getting some more information from good
Mm.
people. So they told me, go with how many? Two, because they might ask to remain with this one of them. So I
Yes.
had two, but they asked for the photocopy. I gave them
Mm.
photocopy to file.
Mm.
So the other thing, I had a lot of photos with me.
Family photos.
Family photos. But
Mm.
let me tell you, they never asked for one. They just uh they only look at my children and look at me and look at their father. That was enough.
Mm. Yeah.
It was
You
an
know, for the
mm-hmm.
photos, they mostly ask for those people who got married like after application,
Yes,
because
yes.
they want to show that, to see that this marriage is not fake.
That is very true.
But for you, your marriage
Mhm.
certificate shows you got married like 15 years ago.
Yes, it was 14 years that by then.
So
It
this
was,
marriage has been there.
yes, it was there. They only
So
asked
for photos,
my
they were not
children.
needed.
Yes. No, Shiko, you have never been there, so I had to carry my things.
Me too. I had a big photo album and they
I
asked for it.
So I carried them with me. So they only asked them. By the way, the interview, you go with your family for them to be seen. They
Yes.
they are seen there, but they will not even sign anywhere. They won't be asked anything. They only ask my husband to swear, because he's over 18, just
Oh,
to
he
swear
was asked
that,
to do it.
yes, to swear
I
that
was not asked to do it during our
he
time.
was he
Even
was
the consular didn't look at me.
Yes, they did. And then my kids, they were just asked, "Are these your children? Is she your mother?" They
Yeah.
said yes. That
Wow.
was enough. That was all. Is she your mom? Yes. It's just said yes. And
And
that
what
was
are the
all.
questions that you were asked?
Mm-hmm. Sorry?
Which questions that you were asked?
Let me tell you, the only question was just to look at the papers and I signed, and that was enough.
You were not
No,
asked any question?
they never asked me about any question because I have my marriage certificate. My husband was the only asked the question. Are you ready to go with your wife? Yes.
That's
Interview
all.
was all. That was all. But of course, we
Wow.
had to pay. We had paid for the interview just to be asked, my children to be asked whether I'm their mom.
Now, how much money did you pay?
Now, this one we paid 139.
139,000?
139,000. Yes.
Wow.
139 Kenyan shillings. You know them, they tell you about dollars. They never tell them about, yes. So when you go there, they convert it and
Yes.
it comes to the amount of money. But let me tell you, Chico, this was the challenge. When I received the interview form or the interview email, there was a link. The link I was not supposed to open. So what I did, I opened the link, and the link was talking about the payment and the bank to pay. So me, I thought I was wise, or I want to do it before so that my interview will not be cancelled. And I went to the bank. They were saying that that money was supposed to be paid at Post Bank. So that's what I did. So I paid the money, and by then it was when we did the calculation, it was a bit lower. It was a bit low. The amount was a bit lower, so I paid. So when I went for the interview, they asked me to pay. I told them I had paid. They told me no. For the green card, you pay your interview here during the interview day. I almost fainted.
So what happened?
Let me tell you, Shiko, some things. My journey was a miracle. We had some money in the bank. So what I did, they asked me, can you make to pay today or can we plan for another day? I told them now, I'm going to pay.
Guy.
Because they have not even asked me the very last question where we will come to that. So I asked for I look for a border the same. Yes, I did a border to Village Market to look for a bank, my bank where it is, because they don't have banks there. I went there, I withdrew the money now in cash and went with the money to pay. That was the only money we had in the bank. We were just
What about the other money that you paid?
no. Yes, I'm coming to that. Now I came with the money and I paid. Now I paid for the interview because before you afford anything, whether you have passed or not, you have to pay. So I paid, and then now she asked me. She was a very good lady. I tell you, those people are very good and very kind. Now she asked me. She gave me another card. She asked me about the receipt that I paid with, and she went with it in the offices in back there. So she gave me the information that there is nothing they can do because that money was paid to the wrong account. That money, because she told me that I paid for the fiancé visa.
How much did you pay? Have you paid?
127, Chico. 100,027. No, 179. 179 Kenyan.
Thousand.
Yes, 1,000. 17. I still have the receipt because when we came here, I was still following whether they will refund the money. But even today, I've never gotten back the money because they told me, the embassy, that I can only deal with the bank now because the money is not with the post bank. It's already with the bank in US, not in Kenya now. Now in US. And you know what? Why they don't refund the money? Because I followed that case. It's because they are not sure whether you canceled your interview. Because the money, they always say it's never refundable.
Yes.
So it was not refunded to me, even today as we are talking. So I lost my money because of lack of information. And then I never called them to ask. You know, if you call them, it do no harm. It's no harm at all. You call them, they explain to you. If I had called them, I could have known it was not supposed to be like that. Because even that lady was like, I'm shocked because she's telling me, no, who told you to pay? I, s- I said I opened the link that was there. No, it was it is very true. I read it is fiancé visa, but I thought that is how it is called.
So you paid fiancé visa for 5 members of your family.
5 members of the family should go. That's what I did.
Sorry, that's a lot of money
A
you
lot
lost
of
there.
money. A lot of money. Let me tell you, a whole week I was not eating, trying to do the emails and all that.
Me
And
too. I'm scared. I'm like, I want to cry on your behalf.
I cried, Shiko. I really cried. I went to the bank. Like, even the manager could feel for me because it was a lot of money. You know, Kenyan
Mm,
money. My God, it was a lot. But
mm.
thank God, he paid back now.
Yeah, you can't complain.
I cannot complain at all. I cannot complain. Even my husband, I told him, don't complain again because he used to remind me.
Now imagine if you had faked something and then
Yes,
during the interview they deny you a visa
yes.
and you
Mhm.
have paid this money and now the other money.
The other money. You can go mad.
Frustrations.
A lot of frustration. Now, I've not finished with the interview. Now we have paid, and now it was like everything is okay. Now my last question was, they asked me, uh, did you get anything from your host? Now that is the very first time I heard about host, to
Mm,
show that he is the one hosting you. I said no. He's our family friend,
mm,
and
mm,
we trust him and he trusts us.
mm.
The next thing was, it's okay. You trust him, but for us, we don't know him. And you know what? We cannot allow you to take these children to America without us knowing where the children are going. So I was given another yellow form that looked like, oh my God, yellow one,
Mm,
circled where he was supposed to, the document he was supposed to send.
mm,
So it was like tears here and my eyes. But
mm,
I have been promised your interview was good and we will give you visas. So
mm.
your visas are available. That one was so good. But
That
now
one was approved.
that one was approved. So
Mm,
now go and send us those documents. Tell you the person who is hosting you to send the documents. So that's what we did. I just emailed, and he had now to gather all those because there were a lot of information that he was supposed to send to us. And then we said, now we won't go back there. We won't go back to embassy again. Now we
mm,
were done with them. So they told us, any other document that you will send, you will use the DHL.
mm.
So they use DHL. No, you are not allowed to go back for the to embassy. So that's what I did when I received the documents for my host. We sent them through the DHL, and then it was on a Friday. Monday morning, I received the email. They told me that we have received your document. We are working on them. So now at least you are happy, but you are not sure when to get your visas. So now that is November. December was gone. January was gone. February is when we got our visas. End of February. I called. I could even now call because they promised me and they are not sending. And now the bad thing is I have my passport. And now when you tell somebody, somebody asks you, do you imagine? People are so disappointing. They can disappoint you. No, if they were giving you visas, they could not have told you to go back with the passport. And I was like, oh my God, what is this now? But they told me. So, but now the hope that was there is they had told me any other document you will send through DHL. And now one evening we received the email that we are supposed to send our passport so that they can put the visa. And I was, oh my God, we celebrated that evening. Seriously, we really celebrated because we were losing it, Shiko. You see, November, December. But now the thing is, they tell you other people are still sending their documents. So whenever they pick the document and you don't have all the documents, they put it below the rest. So until the time they will come to your forms, that's when they'll pick it. Imagine now after 100 people on top of you.
Yeah.
So that is why we should insist on this. Let every person get the documents needed yes, at the right time so that you may not be disappointed. Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it. I was really feeling. And then people are still now, you see, now it's February. Now the COVID has started, so some people are saying, now they can't go. COVID people, they are crossing, the plane are not. Oh my God! All
America
those
is worse. America is worse.
Exactly. That was we were getting the information we were getting from all over until one day I said, "Oh no, I cannot listen anymore."
To the negatives.
Yes, a lot of them, and there are very many negatives.
Now, Shiro, let me take you back to police certificate of good conduct.
Yes.
Okay. You submitted it after DS-260, right?
Yes. Now that we scanned it.
Yeah, you scanned it. Now, did you have to get another one, or you still went with
No, we went now with the one we scanned. It's the one we went with for the interview. And then they check the date that you submitted, not the interview date. The date you submitted and the date you got because it has a date that you are given. So and it's less than 6 months, of course. So and that the good conduct, it's not for you. You will not go back with them. When you go for the interview, they are left with it. So you will not see it again. So it's for them to file. So if you need your good conduct, you have to get another one.
Yes, because it is the same one that they use when you come here and they do background check.
Yeah, exactly.
They use it to see you are new in this country. What about where you came from? Why you are criminal back there? That's why they are left with it. Yes,
they do file it. They say this is ours. Actually, I asked them. I don't have my my good conduct. No, that one is ours now.
Yes.
So, yes, I just left it with them.
Okay, thank you so much, Shiro.
Yes, I'm happy to, Shiko.
Yeah, because during
Mhm.
my time we were doing things differently.
Yes.
Now I was looking for you because you
Mhm.
just came here last year.
Yes, mine is just last year.
So your experience is the recent one that these people are using the same system of submitting online and doing
Yes.
things online.
Exactly.
And I know this experience, these people, you have answered their questions.
Sure.
You
We
have
have to
answered.
answer them and we have to encourage them. They are, as you tell them, let them have hope.
Yes.
They must have hope that it will work out. If we are actually, mine is a living testimony,
Yes.
a
We lost
walking
a lot of money.
testimony. Yes,
You came
because
here like
no,
2 days before lockdown, and
yes.
this is
Mhm.
God.
That's the way we are lived, and you see now our visas. By the way, our visas were expiring. We got them now on February, end of February, and they
Mm,
were expiring on 15th of April.
April. You
Do
only
we?
had like 1 month.
It was only 1 month. We finish everything and we travel.
Mm,
It's like you are now being told go
vintage.
go 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 go. Now you have to go, and that was not actually from the word go. Our plan was me to come first and then my
Mm,
family follows because they
before.
ask you if you can do that. It's they are okay with it. So
Uh,
now tell me, 1 month you leave them to do what? So we had to come, all of us, and it was very expensive, Shiko, and we had to look for some people to at least to hold hands. And now
yes.
you see, because of that delay, and they
Mm,
are not sure whether we will get our visas and all that, some people will just do away with you.
mm,
So because they don't want to lose their money, they say, they have
yes.
not gotten their visas and all that. Then
Mm,
they combine with the COVID. Now they cannot travel with the COVID, and we don't know how long. By the way, Shiko, do you know those people who are locked when we were coming? Some of
mm,
them now are applying with this year.
mm.
Imagine they're now submitting their document now.
Because because
Yes,
of the
because
lockdown.
everything was locked down. The embassy was locked, so they could not do any interview by then. Now they are
Yeah.
starting. Yeah. So we thank
You
God.
were lucky. I think you were lucky because your case number was low, right?
Yes, my case number even today, it is my pin number somewhere 47
4,000.
4783. So if you get something, you might get my pin number somewhere. I said I will never lose that number. It was a
Yeah.
lucky one.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then in Kenya, there were only 1,801, and I told God this one was not supposed to be there. It was added because of me.
Yes.
It was 1,801 people who were selected from Kenya.
Yeah.
So I usually say that one, it
So
was
it's
added
you.
because of me. Yes.
Now, can you give someone hope who is back in Kenya,
Oh, yes.
who
I
have
should.
who have
Oh,
tried applying for like
mhm.
5 times, 6, 7, 8 times, 20 times?
Yes, yes,
Give that
Shiko.
person hope.
I know it is possible, and there is nothing hard before God. Everything works well, and God time is always the best. And okay, I'm telling people from my channel that in God we trust. If you trust people, they will disappoint you. But if you trust God, and don't get disappointed because you tried one. Remember that time you wanted some help somewhere. You went every day, every day. Don't lose hope. Keep trying, keep trying. Even this year, if you are not selected last year, try again and again and again. We are not lucky the same way. You see, mine, I did it once and I was pushed.
Mm,
I was pushed to do it. So the other person did it twice. And for you, your time is also coming, because we cannot be selected all of us at the same time. But what I will tell them, I'll give them hope. This country is good, and there are a lot of job opportunities, a lot of them. Come and work here. We are not even managing these jobs.
No, Shiro, we are coming to that. We are coming to that because today I wanted us to just look at how to submit the documents.
Yes.
We are not yet done. We will be back again now with how did you find America now?
Oh yeah, sure. And the experience.
And the experience. We are coming to that. Today I just wanted you to take us through the submission of the documents.
Yes.
And you took us so well. I know someone somewhere will be rewatching this video again and again.
Yes, that is very true.
Yes. So Shiro, can you say inawezekana? Is it wezekanable?
Oh my God. Let me tell you, that now should be our motto. Inawezekana. Inawezekana. If iliwezekana kwetu, even itawezekana and iwezekane zaidi. Because the same God is not sleeping even today. So inawezekana kabisa, more than. Now we are giving people hope. Inawezekana. Yes.
Thank you so much for telling people that inawezekana.
Yes.
And giving us hope, because here we give hope.
Yes.
Nothing, just hope.
Mm-hmm.
We are coming back now with another video on how to go about life in America, parenting and schooling and everything.
Exactly.
Now, can you tell us where we can get you? Because we know we are going to come for you for tips.
Yeah, I'm always available on YouTube. My name there is Shiro Paul, SHIROH. Paul, Paul, Shiro Paul. You'll find me there. And I say, in God we trust. And I did not even remember that is the motto here for the dollar. So I just found myself in God we trust. So you can find me there. I'm very new in YouTube, and I just thank Shiro, Shiko, I thank God for you. Your heart is so big. Your heart is so big, and I'm very much humbled for you for hosting me here. So I really thank God. And it's my prayer that God will take you far. This TV, oh my God, let me tell you, Shiko, you will call me. We are going to open another big studio.
Amen. Amen, Shiro.
No, you are my neighbor. I'm in Boston, my friends. I never told you where I am. I'm in Boston, and a 1-year-old American.
America.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We are coming to know you more. We are coming back, Shiro.
Yes. And tell them to subscribe to my channel. I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. Let's work together.
Yes, I'm going to pin your YouTube channel link below.
Thank you, Shiko.
Yes, because I want my people to come there and watch your videos, because you have some amazing information over there.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Shiro, for coming. It is 1 hour, but it is worth our time.
Oh my God, it's 1 hour for real. Oh my. Thank you. I'm so much humbled. We have a lot of information. We don't want to keep it for us. We want even somebody else to get the information. They have maybe you have been looking for it and nobody to ask. We are here now.
Yeah, because even if you had information, you could not have wasted that amount of money. It is a lot of money.
That is very true. I could not.
Yes, so we don't want anybody else to pass through that route.
Yes, no one. We don't want anybody to fall in the same hole again. Yes, that is too bad.
Yes, Shiro, thank you so much for coming, and let's end this video here. We will be back with a lot of stories and experience.
Thank you, Shiko. I'm very much humble. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Then God bless you too, and until next time, guys. Bye.